name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Haven't been on for a couple days. I said I was going to do an update, so I'm going to do that today. We're going to be coming into weather that's going to be heat stroke type weather because next week is going to be very warm. So I'm just getting the house cooled down and going to enjoy the cooler air the next couple of days, and then we'll be getting into the hot weather after that. So I'm just going to a little bit here because I'm having to sit fairly far forward. Let me just do that. Okay. Now, as far as the updates go, I don't even know where to start. I have so much going on with me, it's just ridiculous. 3 falls in a month, banging your head, does things to your brain. And so I'm having to take it easy. My neck some days is not too bad. Other days it's not very good at all. So we're just doing sort of one thing at a time, check things off the list. But right now all the doctors seem to be on holidays. So I have a few appointments coming up and we'll just find out what they're going to do for me after that. As far as the healing up of the bruising, my eye is better. My is still purple, but it's got much better than it was. The surgery was a success. And we took bandages off yesterday, Claudine and I, and letting it dry now. It's quite swollen. We're letting it dry a bit, and then we will go next Wednesday, I think it is, to get the staples out. So, and have a follow-up. So that's where we're going with that. Froze. Sorry, I froze up there. Bill has not got his results from because the doctor is again on holidays, but when they come back, they will be phoning and giving us the results. What we're going to do after that. My dad is not doing very well. He has bed sores that are open, and so infection is a real possibility. So we are hoping that he can fight that off a little bit, but he's tired. He doesn't really have any quality of life right now. So for him, it would be a blessing. So we're just waiting to see Gary. He is doing such a good job. He's there all the time, and he's doing a good job. It allows me peace of mind when I know that's happening. Then the good news. Tomorrow, Claudine's going to go, and we may all go. It depends. I've actually the last couple of days had a little bit of flu bug, so we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But we're going to go and walk through and do the paperwork, and we will just feel so much better knowing that paperwork's done and get things, progressing. I didn't want to pack any boxes until I knew for sure. I've unpacked once, and I don't want to do that again. So. When I sat down here, I thought I had a million things to say. I am. Lately, I think it's because my brain was rattled, hitting the floor. Lately, I haven't been able to think coherent thoughts, or I'm confused. Like I get up in the morning and I'm confused as to, did this happen last night or did this not happen? I get the days of the week all wrong. So I'm just going to have to learn some new steps. We'll be changing where we live, so therefore I'll be a little bit confused because we're going to change where we live. But I will learn that area very good. It won't take me long. I'll learn where my stuff is in the cupboards. That's the big major thing. And I'll be so happy to have Claudine and Ivy in the same house as me. And Cal and Ashley can come over anytime and visit and snuggle up with Finn. I really can't wait. It's coming up quickly now, but it is going to be so much fun. Now, I'm going to have to get used to having, the dog around again, but that's fine. I love her. Indica is the nicest dog you can imagine. You go to get into the car, and India's just like, oh, I love you. Hi, Grandma. So that's going to be so much fun to have her around, and I'm just happy. Anyway, and I feel, I said this before, I do feel a little guilty because I'm happy. Simply because when other people are hurting around you, you feel like a little bit like, how do I deserve this when they're not getting it? And when I see my dad suffering, I think to myself, I I hate that, but there's nothing I can do to change it. And everybody's entitled to a little bit of happiness. And this, I'm very fortunate that right now I have this to look forward to. Now, that said, I hope that I've got many years of good memories to make yet. I'm going to do my best to make them last. I wasn't going to tell her a story today. I had something planned. See, this is it. I don't remember anything. So I had something that I was going to do. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh yes, yeah, I did. It wasn't really a story. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and they were talking on there about the kids that are coming up in age now. Are they spoiled, or are they feel entitled to what they get? And what are they going to do when a recession hits if they've never been taught how to frugally spend? There's kids out there who have never known want. They've never experienced not having something or saving to get something. And we were raised like, if you want something, you save until you get it, have the money, and then you go and buy it. Nowadays, they just go buy it, and they just think that's the way money grows on trees. And so I sort of think to myself, it comes along with, I think, the teachings in the home. If and that's only my opinion, don't get me wrong, it's only my opinion. I just think that if you raise your child to expect less, when they get more, they'll be more grateful. And I can remember saying, when somebody wouldn't have a lot of money to buy something, well, why don't you go buy them a nice new pen or a pencil? Well, you can't give somebody a pen or a pencil, I was told. And I said, yes, you can. You can tell them that you got them a notebook and you'd like them to write a letter to you, and you'd write back. People have lost the skill of doing those things. When I see young people doing things that are activity, I think they could be spending money on other things. I am so happy to see them spending money or not spending money doing things at home. Claudine has a group of girls that they play they play skip bow, they play cards, and I think it's great that you can have people that come over and play games and whatnot, and you don't have to put on a big spread or anything. Just have them over and play games and enjoy the time together. So I like it when I see kids doing that. I don't like it to see them spoiled, but they can still get a lot of stuff and not be spoiled. If they're taught to say thank you for things, they will say thank you. If they're not taught it, they won't know to do it. And I was like a harpy when my kids were young. It's like, did you go to grandma and grandpa say thank you? They just go to grandma and grandpa. And then there was one time that Bill's mom had given the kids a little something, and I forget which one it was. I think it was Claudine. Anyway, maybe it was Cal. They hadn't particularly cared for what they had been given, but they knew that you don't say I don't like it. You go say thank you. So anyway, they went and said thank you for what they'd gotten and whatnot. I said many a thank you to Bill's mom. She made homemade soup, and it was very good soup. If you were there when she was making it, it was very good soup. But she then put it in empty coffee cans and put it in the refrigerator. And knowing about the food industry, I knew that you're not supposed to store that type of thing in a can in the refrigerator. So I said to Bill, I felt terrible because I knew she'd spent money on the groceries, but I couldn't risk the family being sick. So we would say thank you very much, and we'd take our can of soup home with us. We did, but she didn't know that we didn't eat it. She knew that we were thankful for what we had been given. But anyway, that's just me going on a little tangent. Because I was watching some kids, and some of them are so grateful, and some of them just are, well, when do I get that? It's like they don't understand waiting, or even the consequence of a reward for, doing a job, like school all year and you get a good grade, there's $1 for you, or there's whatever, maybe $5, whatever. But you have to work all year to get to that point, and then you reward. And there's so many kids that they'll wait to the last minute and go, oh, I didn't get a reward because I didn't do all my work. No, you didn't. Claudine was terrible for it. She would do the work and not turn it in. And then all of a sudden, the end of the year's coming and the teacher says, we didn't get in all these assignments. And Claudine would hand in 30 assignments. It's like, well, you did the work. Why don't you just turn them in? But that's kids. Anywho, she's not a kid now. She's taking care of me, so I appreciate it. All right. I'm going to stop here because I'm just prattling on now. So I'm going to say I'll talk to you all tomorrow.